This lesson is about multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So here we go for multiplying. It's very similar to simplifying. Completely factor the numerators and denominators if possible. Divide or cancel out the common factors. So we're always dividing out to get what number? Answer 1. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, simplify. Now recall, you guys, when you were multiplying fractions out, you would have something like 3 halves times 16 over 15. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 16 8 times, 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 15 5 times, and you multiply your tops, multiply your bottoms, so you're going to get 8 over 5 done. Same thing here. This first one, everything is connected by multiplication, so I really cannot factor. But this is the deal, you guys. I'm going to write that numerator of this guy as x times y. Denominator here I'm going to stay. And then x, 3y, y. Okay? Now the y's are going to divide out. But that's it. That's all. That's all that can divide out. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's, x to the 5th. 5 times 3 is 15. Y to the 2nd, done. That's one if they're all connected. Let's do this example. Now for this example, you guys, we're going to write out like these two Wamba guys like that and put a little times in the middle. The denominator of the first fraction can't be factored anymore. The numerator, however, can be factored as a difference of squares, 2y plus 5, 2y minus 5. Perfect. Now this gooba haba over here, just take a common factor out. Don't forget about common factors. And then the denominator, pull out a common factor of 4. And in fact, you want to pull out the greatest common factor. Notice that 8 and 20 have a common factor of 2 as well, but you want to pull out the biggest one. So you're left with 2y minus 5. Now, let's look kitty corner for package deals. Package, 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 package. We're getting ones here, you guys. I keep saying that because I don't want you to forget. And see how you have the 4s on the top and the bottom? You can, 4 divided by 4 is 1, so these will also cancel out and divide out and get a 1. So the numerator, all you're left with is 2y plus 5. And in the denominator, all you're left with is 1. So you get 2y plus 5 regular. You don't need to write the 1 as long as it's in the denominator. Yay! Same thing here, guys. Just factor your brains out. This first one right here, take out a 3. You get an x plus 2. Yay, y'all. 4x can't do anything. How about this guy over here? Well, I'm going to take out a 2, and I'm going to be left with x minus 6. And this guy right here, ooh, nice. Love him. X, opposite signs. But I bet there's going to be a minus 6 here and a 2 here. Because what are the problems? They're rigged. So now what I'm going to do is check my little cradle to make sure 2x, negative 6x. Yay, y'all, I'm good. So now I'm going to just divide out where I can. X minus 6, x minus 6, x plus 2, x plus 2. What else? Ooh, the 2 and the 4. 2 goes into 2 once. 2 goes into 4 twice. Now, keep in mind what's left in the numerator? A big fat 3. That's it, because 3 times 1 is 3. What's left in the denominator? Well, cutie pie x and a cutie pie 2. Done. So all this shenanigans right here simplifies to a whopping 3 over 2x. Let's take a look at the next one. Yeah, let's. Now, for me, a red flag comes up when I see something like this. I would love it if I could factor out a negative 1 here. If I do that, that will become y minus 1. Everybody with me? Numerator here, I pull out a 5. I get x minus 3. Perfect. Now what about this? Well, this guy's the difference of 2 squares. It's going to factor like that. And 20y. Good? So now let's see what we can get rid of. Well, the y minus 1. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 24. And I think that's all she wrote. So the top will be x minus 3 times y plus 1. And the denominator will be a negative 4y. Negative 1, 4y. Done. Now, everybody asks, not everybody, but a lot of people ask, where to put the negative. It doesn't matter. You could put it on the top like this. Or you can put it directly in front. Doesn't matter. Okay? They're all equivalent. And don't multiply your numerator out, just leave it. Now let's look at dividing. Remember when y'all were dividing fractions and you did 1/3 divided by 1/9, and you kept the first one the same, you changed the division to the opposite operation, which is multiplication, and you took the reciprocal of the second fraction, right? 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 9 3 times, and we get 3. Perfect. We do the same thing with rational expressions. So we keep the first guy the same, change the division to multiplication, and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Perfect? Now these are all under multiplication, so if I think about it, it's 3 like that. And you're like, can't I just subtract the exponents? You bet you can, but you know me, I like to have a little visual, can't help myself. Cancel. When I cancel, what am I really getting? I'm getting 1. So my numerator now will be 3 times 7 is 21. I have a single x and I have y squared over my denominator of 1, so I get 21x y squared, and everything is hunky-dory. Or I could just say, see here, I got 4 y's here, 2 here, I subtract, I get this. 2 x's here, x the first here, subtract, I get a regular x to the first. Perfect. Or you can visualize it like I did. All right. So we keep, before I do anything, and I know it's a pain in the butt, but I keep the first fraction the same. Change the division to multiplication and take the reciprocal of the second fraction or flip it. All math people hate the word flip it, so they use the word reciprocal. So I'm going to take the 5 out here, and there we go. Ooh, package deal, man. And so we end up with 10 over y minus 1. Done. Let's do another one. Wanna? Yeah, let's. Okay. Now don't panic. Write the problem down as a multiplication problem. Change the division to multiplication. So now, what do we have? We just have to factor our brains out. We know how to do this. We got it. We got this. So it's going to be x plus 1, x plus 1. And in the denominator, I'm going to pull out a 2x because I'm left with y plus 3. Good? Over this guy right here, he's the difference of squares. And this guy right here, I'm going to pull out a common factor of 2. And then you're saying, oh, rigged city, man. So the y plus 3's will go, x plus 1's will go, and that's it. So we're going to stay in the numerator, get x plus 1, y minus 3, denominator 4x. That's it. because I'm in a 2 and a 2, and multiply them, I get 4. I have a little x that's all lonely. Done. Last but not least, this is a really good one to test A, factoring skills, and B, package deal skills, and C, figuring out that division is really multiplying by the reciprocal. So first we write down the problem again, even though it's a pain and it's like, oh, I'm going to have writer's cramp. It's worth it. It is worth it to get your mathematical exercise in. Wow. All right, I got it all done. I copied everything, hopefully correctly. So in this numerator right here, I'm going to just do my little guy here. X plus minus. Ooh, let's do a -7 and a +3. Check your cradle. All is right with the world. Next, x minus, because this is plus and that's minus, 1, 1. Check your cradle. Excellent. Let's do this bottom one. X plus 3 plus 4. Done. Now let's look at this top one. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a two-parter. Yeah, it is. X squared plus 8x minus 9. And then we're going to try to factor this again. Before we try to factor this second piece here, this one right here, because it is factorable, you guys. This is factorable. I'm going to cancel where I can first. This goes. And that's it, I believe. So now we're going to rewrite the problem with the divided out x plus 3. So x plus 7, x minus 1, x minus 1. I still have an x here. Now we'll factor this. This is the two-step, right? It's like a dance. Again, x plus 9. Take away 1. Check your cradle. Beautiful. And then x minus 1 goes. So now let's write this final answer that is a lot. It's x plus 7. Stick that x from here in front. X plus 9. X minus 1. X plus 4. And again, just leave it as is. Don't multiply it out. Now you can do this lesson associated with multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Good luck. Ask lots of questions, and I'm telling you, your factoring skills are going to get so strong